Today is May 7th, 2026, and I do want to thank anybody that's listened so far. Hopefully it helped you in some way. Maybe if you were trying to get to sleep. Maybe you enjoy the sound of my voice. Maybe you enjoy someone just yapping about nothing. Maybe you're just nosy. I don't know. It's hard to get my brain to not go into YouTube brain and try to strategize and get this channel monetized and all that shit. It's like, nah. I think in order for this to work and for it to be as open and honest, it just has to, I have to let it be what it be. Just, get thoughts out. But yeah, no, again, thank you if you were tuning in now, if you've tuned in before, if you'll tune in the future, thank you. I don't really have much going on today. But getting started with this definitely has been a boost. It just feels good to be able to accomplish something and have something where I can vent and have it be an outlet. If nothing else, it helps me. It helps me breathe a little bit easier with everything going on. I've been thinking about maybe going to Instacart today, and it's just like, is that even worth it? Is it worth the gas and time spent? I know what my time is worth, and it's not what I would make doing Instacart. But extra money is extra money. I think that things are going to be like this for a while. If not just for me, I'm thinking a lot of people are going through what I go through. There's a car pulling up behind me. What are you doing? Okay. Interesting. I think I also want to just keep these raw. Like no cuts, no edits, nothing like that. Just whatever comes out. This may give away where I'm from, but I've been thinking about sometimes having head-ass quotes. Words to live by. I'm at that age now where they just kind of pour out of me. I was watching a YouTube channel about how Donald Trump is kind of rewriting history with plastering his name all over things. And not to get too into it, but it just kind of reinforced the thought that people really will try to make themselves a highlight reel, make their lives a highlight reel. And that's just not ever how I've operated. I don't get that. I talked yesterday, I think, about, my confidence and where I see its level being right now. And why I like to do things like this or rap or YouTube in general. And it's because, my confidence is probably like a lot of other people's. It's just that it's not there sometimes. But for a lot of people, it's just all confidence all the time. And it's just, how do you go through life that way? How do you never acknowledge where you may have gone wrong or the times that you got it wrong, And that's when the quote came to me. It was like, if you never acknowledge the worst of you, you'll never experience the best of you. You know what I mean? Like, I never will get better than who I was yesterday or who I am today if I don't acknowledge the times that I got it wrong. I think my issue is dwelling in those times and letting those times kind of define who I am and how I operate. Which leads to getting it wrong and getting it worse. But if I can rein it in and just acknowledge it, strategize, and reapproach situations from completely different angles, I'm all the better for it, you know? I've learned from it. And, you know, even though I feel like it's just a constant lesson, it's always going to look a little different, but it's always the same lessons, you know. You're going to get it wrong sometimes. I don't know. I don't want to babble too much. I think for now, these will be short. I am thinking of ways to make these a lot better. Maybe a lot more streamlined, but I mean, that's how my journal is. I've also been wondering, like, whether or not I'll ever go back and listen to any of these. Probably not. I kind of approach my handwritten journal the same way. I never really go back and read, which kind of is counterintuitive to everything I just fucking said. How the fuck am I supposed to learn anything if I never even revisit what I was learning? You know what I mean? You got to go back over the notes. You're going to get tested again. But yeah, as always, as if this isn't the second time, as always, I hope this helps somebody. If it helps you get to sleep, good night. If it's helping you wake up, good morning. If you're just wasting time having me on in the background, keep at whatever you're doing. Do the best you can do. I'm out of here.